Jails and prisons, senior living facilities and nursing homes, and meatpacking plants. If you want to put a bullseye on the work environments in which you, as an American worker, are most likely to get COVID infected on the job, it has been this same stark list from the beginning. In the meatpacking industry itself, so far more than 42,000 people, 42,000 meatpacking workers have tested positive. At least 200 of them have died. Despite that, federal regulators this week issued their first fines of any kind to these facilities for not keeping their workers safe in this epidemic. More than 200 people dead, and the total fines assessed against meatpacking companies are less than $30,000 combined. Less than $30,000 in fines split between two meatpacking companies that between them had something like $66 billion in revenue last year. JBS and Smithfield. Despite the deaths of multiple employees at the JBS plant in Greeley, Colorado, despite the casualties at the Smithfield plant in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, both of those companies say they plan to contest these meager, tiny little fines that have been handed down against those facilities by OSHA. Then, on top of that, there's stunning news that ProPublica was first to report yesterday that has to do with the executive order President Trump signed earlier this year, ordering that all meatpacking plants had to remain open. It now appears that that executive order was actually first drafted by the meat industry itself. He just signed it. In fact, just 1 week before the order was issued, the meat industry's trade group sent top administration officials a draft executive order bearing striking similarities to the one the president signed. Despite the fact that their very own workers were on the front lines contracting this disease by the thousands, they were the ones who were running the government response ordering that those plants had to stay open anyway. And hundreds of people died.